welcome to another Let's Try This Again video. This time we have a painting I did when I was in high school. I set up a poll on my Twitter account and people voted on what art they wanted to see be redone, and I was pretty surprised to see this one won because it's really different from what I typically make or made even back then. So this was for actually an English class assignment, and I can't quite remember what it was about. I think it had to be a creative project, and one of the things we could do was make some art, and so I made a series of paintings, and this one was how I feel, and I made like a happy, a sad, and a tired, and I'm known for being consistently exhausted, especially in high school. And yeah, it's kind of weird. It's very unlike anything I've really done before. So let's do some critiques. So I think I went for a very stylized look because at the time I wanted to be more cartoony, and so I would do like really weird stuff, really weird kind of bad anatomy, because I just didn't know how to really combine cartoon and like realism. So I think I went like this because I am not particularly good at profiles. So I went for like a really stylized look. And a lot of like super deformed character designs. They put the ear like way back. Like usually ears are typically along here. What we do is kind of like super round, deformed head. They tend to put the ear like way more back. Yeah, the anatomy is really whack. I've never been good at like this profiles ever, like from face to body, but I'll try to figure it out. It's like I was going for like a hair design that had like a lot of really whimsical like swirls to it. And for the clouds, I would like try to, I would say I should have mimicked that kind of swirly thing. Very cute and very whimsical. I like that I like outlined the background elements with white. It's very sloppy here, but I think it kind of makes it look kind of cute. And also the paint splatter. Definitely should have like covered it on the face though, jeez. Whenever I do moons, I tend to do a circle within that. I just think that looks a little cuter. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but yeah. I'm not really sure what the point of like hanging the stars is. It's a bit weird. I don't think the paint splatter was very necessary because it's supposed to like mimic stars, but there's already stars. So maybe if I put like a few like white to be like sparkles, which is definitely something I like to do more now. Something I think would be cute is if all the stars had faces and they're all sleeping. See, that's kind of cute. Off screen, I started concepting what I think my new one would look like, and you'll see the process of what the new one's gonna turn out like. So here is a very rough sketch of my ideas, and it's kind of hard to read. It's very loose, but I wanted to do something a lot different than what I usually do, and I'm hoping to make this more of a drawing and not really a painting. But lately I've been really challenging my boundaries between a drawing and a painting. But I want to try for like a super well rendered drawing that's cel shaded and soft shaded and kind of pushes into kind of painting territory. I wanted to do something a bit more dynamic. I didn't want to do what I usually do, because I draw a lot of girls just lying down, and as fun as that is, and as much as that would make sense for this drawing, I want to do something a bit floaty and kind of cute, but also just like, this girl's so freaking tired and she just wants to sleep, but it's just not happening. And she's gonna be carrying a little like sheep plush right here, which is gonna be cute. And I'm gonna keep the motif of the stars and the moon being all asleep, because I think that'll be really cute. So yeah, we're gonna get this drawing started. Alright, so this is the process for this drawing. And here we have a sketch that I don't actually use for the final, and I kind of like how this sketch looks a little bit more than the final. There's just something about it that I think works a little better. I wish I copied it a bit more, but I wasn't comfortable with the sketch, and you can see here this is the line art from that sketch, but I do not keep it. That's why I didn't keep the process for it. So I decided not to do the sleepy stars, just a bit much, and I thought it would have been a bit too busy. What I did here was I drew one star, then I copy pasted the star again to like the other areas so I could retrace over them, and that was not necessary. I think if I went back and had to do it all over again, I would not do that. So here we see the final sketch with the final line art. The other one just didn't feel structurally correct, and I just wasn't comfortable with it. I didn't know how to fix it, so I did a different sketch on paper. And while it's not quite exactly like the other one, and there's a little couple things I wish was different, I am much happier with this sketch because it just felt more correct and it was easier to work with. And you can see I really pushed the amount of stuff and details I put here. The clouds, which are super cute. Tried to do cute eyelashes on the sheet, but didn't quite go as planned. Doing final colors. This was really fast. You know, I did it all in, like, if I'm being generous, maybe 4 hours, and that's including like the line art that I ended up not using and stuff. The eyes. I am really happy with how her face came out, especially the eyes. I haven't had the most confidence in doing eyes, especially like the coloring of them, but with this I think it was a lot of fun. See like the bags under her eyes. I fiddled with the purple a lot because I really wanted to make sure it looks like she's tired and not like she has a black eye. So this I wanted to be as cel shaded as possible, but I did get a bit too painterly on like her hair and the moon. But for the most part, this is very cel shaded, and I haven't done something so cel shaded in a while, and I'm really happy with how it looks. But I do put some gradients, like airbrush some details on, but it's very slight, like bounce light mostly. And I did a lot of highlights to show backlighting, and maybe it's a bit much, but I think it turned out pretty cool. The thing with like this sheep is that I was worried about it not looking fluffy enough with the cel shading, but I think it looks fluffy. I think it looks cute. Put with the eyes a bit. Yeah, it's trying new things. Again, eyes aren't my biggest strong suit. Doing the clouds, trying to make sure that I don't put too much on them, but to still show a lot of depth. It was really fun to do that. I liked adding a lot of more swirls to this than the original has. It really adds a lot more whimsy to it. This is definitely a bit of a more cartoony style than I usually do, but I'm really happy with how it looks. It's fun to experiment. I did white lines on the clouds, which is a leftover from the original. Coloring the liner, which is always one of my favorite parts, because it really changes the mood of a piece. So at this point I'm trying to like make it look as dreamy as possible. It's dreamy and floaty. She looks so tired. Just popped in some textures to give it a bit of, just make it a bit more dynamic. And yeah, that was it. It was a really quick drawing, a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. And it was a lot of fun to do, honestly. I'm really proud with how it came out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoy my work, consider joining my Patreon. Patrons that give at least $15 per month can be in the Soft Friend tier, where you see all video content a full week early. No matter what, thank you again for watching and hope to see you next time.